Welcome to Deep Sleep Stories. My name is Matt. I know this podcast is quite new, but some of you have been following along for a while now. As you may have noticed, the narrator has changed a couple of times already in just a few months. The truth is, the podcast has been growing extremely slow, and basically nobody has left us any reviews so far. I'm here as the new voice of the podcast and would love to stick around, but I need your support to do so. Please, if you enjoy our content, it would mean so much to us if you could just leave us a review on whichever podcast platform you use. Now, take a deep breath and let's begin tonight's story.
Hello and welcome. My name is Owen Thorne, and I'm here to gently guide you into a realm of deep rest. Before we embark on this tranquil journey, settle yourself into a comfortable position, allowing the tension in your body to soften with each breath. Notice how the air feels as you inhale, cool and refreshing, and how it flows warmly as you exhale. Picture yourself in a safe, cozy space, far from the bustle of the day. Let your shoulders relax, your jaw release, and your thoughts begin to drift. This is your time, dear traveler, to simply be. As you breathe softly, imagine a blanket of calm settling over you. Each inhale draws in serenity, while each exhale carries away any trace of unease. Listen to the gentle rhythms of your own breath, a constant, reassuring companion. In this moment, there is nothing else you need to do and nowhere you need to be. Let all the busyness of the day fade like distant echoes. Allow any remaining concerns to float away, drifting into the background. Feel how, with every breath, you are entering a space of warmth, relaxation, and quiet anticipation for the story ahead. Simply be. Let your eyelids grow heavy, each gentle blink drawing you deeper into this sanctuary of quiet. There is no rush here, no expectations, only the soothing embrace of tranquility. Breathe slowly, surrendering to the calm. Soon, you will drift into a story that awaits your peaceful presence. The mist lay thick over the valley, a gentle hush upon every hillside and meadow. In the early evening twilight, a charming train rested at the old station, its carriages painted in soft, muted tones that blended seamlessly with the fog. Lanterns glowed along the platform, casting warm, golden halos into the surrounding haze. A gentle wind whispered through the nearby trees, their leaves rustling like a distant lullaby. It was a place that invited stillness, a pause in time. The locomotive, breathing puffs of steam, seemed ready to carry any soul who wished to find solace in its pace. A solitary figure stepped aboard the train, drawn by the promise of a slow, comforting journey through the misty valley. Soft lamplight filled the carriage, illuminating plush seats in hues of midnight blue and beige. The windows framed only the fog's quiet curtain, giving the impression of floating through a dream. The traveller settled into a seat, noticing the rhythmic ticking of a nearby clock, each second passing with soothing regularity. There was no hurry, no urgency, just a gentle anticipation of rolling forward into the unknown. Outside, the station lights glimmered faintly, like distant stars in a dreamy sky. Slowly, the train began to move, wheels turning with a clatter against the rails. The gentle motion lulled the traveller into a state of calm, the world outside dissolving into swirling shades of grey. Each carriage light flickered as the train passed under old iron bridges and through narrow tunnels. With every passing moment, the fog grew thicker, embracing the train like a protective veil. There was a sensation of being gently carried away from the noise of busy days, deeper into a realm where thought and breath could stretch wide, unhurried, at ease, in perfect harmony with the night. Through the mist-shrouded windows, lantern lights inside the carriage painted cozy reflections on the glass, shimmering like soft fireflies in the quiet dark. The traveller listened to the rhythmic hum of the tracks, a steady pulse that matched the heartbeat of night. Occasionally, the shape of a distant tree or hillside peeked through the fog, only to vanish again into gentle obscurity. The traveller's thoughts drifted across memories of simpler times, each recollection soothed by the comforting sway of the train. It felt as though the carriage itself glided upon clouds, weightless and unhurried, carrying hopes, dreams, and quiet wonder. As the train wound deeper into the valley, the mist outside seemed to glow with a pale luminescence, lit by the faintest moonlight filtering through drifting clouds. The carriage interior was hushed, as though the mist itself had slipped inside to cradle every sound. Occasionally, a gentle whistle from the locomotive resonated across the empty fields, echoing like a call in a dream. The traveller leaned back, letting breath flow in time with the steady rocking beneath them. Each moment brought a quiet revelation. The world could pause, allowing hearts to rest, thoughts to unfurl, and peace to gently settle. In a nearby compartment, an old conductor walked through the aisle, collecting tickets and nodding with a kind smile to every passenger. Though only a few travellers occupied the carriage, each seemed wrapped in their own reverie, lulled by the lullaby of the rails. The conductor paused at the traveller's seat, politely checking the ticket, then offering a gentle bow before moving on. No words disturbed the hush, only a shared understanding lingered, like soft music that needed no language. Outside, distant hills waited, their slopes hidden by a velvety curtain of fog, inviting the train onward into hushed mystery. The valley was known for its gentle contours and silent waters, a place where legends of peaceful spirits and whispered lullabies circulated like echoes on a breeze. Tonight, under the watchful glow of a hidden moon, the air felt charged with a benevolent stillness. Fields and streams slumbered beneath the thick haze, as if time itself had slowed to a graceful waltz. The traveller gazed at the faint outlines that slipped past the window, each hint of shape inviting the imagination to wander. It was a quiet enchantment, an invitation to rest mind and spirit, safe in the train's lull. Gradually, the train rolled past a tucked-away hamlet, where dimly lit cottages perched by winding lanes. Their windows shone with the faint glow of lamps, revealing the silhouettes of families turned in for the night. A soft trail of smoke rose from chimneys, mingling with the fog and forming ghostly shapes in the sky. The distant sound of a dog barking reached the traveller's ears, only to fade gently into the whistle of the locomotive. Every scene passed slowly, as though the train itself respected the valley's need for rest, carrying its passengers onward with tender, unhurried care and hush. Inside the carriage, soft conversation occasionally arose, but never disturbed the soothing calm. A travelling musician quietly hummed a lullaby, fingers grazing invisible strings, while a poet jotted verses in a worn notebook, capturing fleeting impressions of mist and moonlight. The traveller observed these companions with a sense of kinship, sensing that they too sought the solace of night's embrace. There was a shared stillness between them, a silent understanding that this journey was meant for reflection and rest. Each passenger found comfort in the gentle lull of the train, free to linger in introspection and appreciate the quiet ride. Outside, the valley's mist thickened, weaving around the train in ever-changing patterns. Silvery moonbeams emerged from behind drifting clouds, illuminating patches of rolling farmland and giving the fog an ethereal, shimmering quality. It was as though the entire world had been hushed to welcome the train's passage, inviting quiet wonder to bloom in every heart aboard. A gentle breeze traced over the meadows, carrying the distant scent of wildflowers and damp earth. The traveller inhaled this subtle perfume, feeling it expand within the lungs, calming the mind and loosening each tight knot of thought, leaving room for only serene contemplation. Each carriage corridor glowed with subdued light, creating pockets of warmth amidst the shadowy ambience. Occasionally, the traveller rose to stretch stiff limbs, wandering through the train to catch glimpses of the valley from different angles. Every perspective unveiled the same dreamlike landscape, bathed in moonlit fog, quiet and still. A hush followed the traveller's footsteps, as though the train itself encouraged silence and reflection. The gentle sway of the floor beneath offered a reminder of the unhurried journey, one that invited the spirit to drift freely, unbound from the weight of the day, open to the serenity of night. In the lounge car, a lamp cast a glow upon polished tables, where a few passengers sipped tea or cocoa. Plush cushions awaited those seeking a comfortable nook for quiet contemplation. A low murmur of contentment spread from seat to seat as each person surrendered to the lulling effect of the train's unhurried progress. The traveller paused to admire a small vase of wildflowers placed atop a nearby table, their petals softly reflecting the lamplight. In that bloom lay a hint of spring, a promise of renewal, carried through the night by this timeless train across the Valley of Dreams. Satisfied by the company of the lounge, the traveller returned to a private seat, gazing once more at the window's shifting scene. The valley stretched out like a vast tapestry, woven from moonlight and mist. Each passing moment felt like an invitation to drift deeper into serene thought. No troubles seemed able to reach here, no hurried demands, only the promise of stillness. The train's rocking mirrored a cradle, lulling every passenger into tranquility. Gradually, the boundaries between mind and mist began to blur, ushering in a sense of oneness with the valley's calm as the night carried them onward. Beyond the train's windows, the distant silhouettes of mountains arose, their peaks hidden by swirling vapor. The railway curved, tracing the contours of the land and revealing new vistas with each turn. Occasionally, the pale gleam of starlight broke through the clouds, sprinkling the mist with shimmering highlights. The valley expanded before the traveller's eyes like a secret garden, each layer of fog hinting at hidden wonders. Shadows danced across farmland and forest, where gentle creatures dozed in peaceful slumber. A profound hush stretched across the landscape, as though creation itself paused to inhale, waiting for the exhale of dawn. Yet the night was far from over, and the train pressed on, carrying its passengers along ribbons of steel. Each carriage softly rocked, a cradle of comfort that sheltered them from the world's worries. The traveller felt a sense of gentle curiosity, imagining the countless stories unfolding in the valley's hidden corners. Perhaps there were night-blooming flowers opening petals to the moon, or woodland creatures stirring in quiet harmony. The train chugged softly onward, carrying these wonders like treasured secrets. Within the carriage, eyelids grew heavier, lulled by the steady tempo of tracks, a lullaby for weary souls seeking respite. In this haven of motion and mist, the traveller's thoughts meandered through memories of soft laughter, comforting hugs, and the gentle guidance of old friends. Faces flickered across the mind like faint lanterns in the darkness, reminders of how every journey is enriched by shared warmth. The train became a metaphor for life itself, ever moving forward, sometimes through haze and shadow, yet always carrying hope within its carriage. Outside, the valley whispered its secrets through rustling leaves and gentle breezes, inviting each heart on board to listen for the quiet truths that appear only when the world is still. Time seemed to flow differently on this moonlit ride, stretching and contracting in a soothing, elastic rhythm. The traveller found that hours meant little here, for the hush of the valley brought an unspoken permission to drift without constraint. A distant owl hooted, its call echoing across the foggy fields, a quiet reminder of life stirring beyond the carriage. The train's lights glowed softly, guiding the way forward, while within the traveller's mind, peace expanded, drifting along corridors of recollection. The outside world gently awaited the next sunrise, but for now, everyone aboard revelled in the lull of midnight tranquility. Gradually, a sense of deepening rest settled upon the carriage. Even those who were quietly alert felt their eyelids grow heavier. The train, patient and unwavering, continued along its path, content to move through the valley's shrouded embrace. Stars sparkled above, bright pinpricks in the velvety sky, while the moon occasionally peered from behind a drifting veil of cloud, Inside, the soft lights glimmered against polished wood and velvet upholstery, casting shadows that waltzed to the steady rhythm of rolling wheels. The traveller, lulled by the motion, began to sink into a place of near dream, suspended between awareness and sleep. As the train weaved through the heart of the valley, the traveller closed tired eyes, letting the lull of engine and rail guide each breath. The mind drifted, wandering through half-formed visions of misty forests and starlit rivers, reflections merging with the gentle sway of the carriage. A quiet contentment grew, like a soft glow emanating from deep within. All sense of hurry faded, replaced by a calm acceptance of the moment. Outside, the valley slumbered peacefully, its secrets tucked away until the dawn's gentle light returned. For now, the train remained a sanctuary of moonlit dreams and quiet wonder. Eventually, the tracks would lead beyond the valley, carrying every passenger toward new destinations and bright horizons. But that moment lay far ahead, and in the present hush, nobody longed for arrival. Instead, they cherished the hypnotic lull of a ride through night's hidden splendor. The traveler knew that this experience would linger, a memory of comfort and stillness, woven into future dreams. Each heartbeat seemed synchronized with the soft pulse of the locomotive, forging a bond between person and machine. In this merging, the traveler felt utterly safe, cradled by the valley's fog, carried by the train's gentle grace. The train continues its slow path, carrying the traveler through soothing darkness. Breaths grow longer, muscles loosen, thoughts settle like leaves on still water. The carriage seems quieter now. Each subtle sound blends into a harmony. The wheels on rails, the soft hum of lantern light, the distant whisper of wind against windows. With eyes closed or half open, the traveller drifts closer to slumber. There is no hurry. There is only the soft cradle of night. Let the cadence of the train lull every thought. Let the valley's hush cradle each breath. In this meditative moment, all is calm, all is safe, all is at peace. The misty valley, the rolling train, and the hush of night become one quiet lullaby. You are resting. Drift. Softly, the journey carries on, yet you feel yourself sinking deeper into the comforting darkness. The steady heartbeat of the train ushers you toward peaceful dreams. Each breath dissolves tension. Each moment invites deeper rest. Outside, the world slumbers, cradled in moonlit mist. Inside, your mind grows lighter. Thoughts float away, leaving a quiet space for gentle sleep to unfold. Let the last threads of wakefulness slip from your grasp. Allow yourself to surrender fully to the lull of the night. This train, this valley, this hush, they are all here to cradle your dreams. Good night, dear traveller. Sleep well, held by the arms of twilight. May your rest be deep, your dreams serene, your soul at peace. When morning comes, you will awaken renewed.